All right. Playoff football for the Cardinals, not without some injuries. Before we talk about the playoffs and such, we need to take a look at the season that was, as every other team in our division finished 7-10. The NFC least, to say the least. The playoff bracket, as things stand. The AFC side, Baltimore gets the bye. It'll be Kansas City and the Jets, Jags, Browns, Bills, and Texans. On the NFC side, with the Cowboys, the defending champions, getting the bye. It is Detroit and Carolina. We take on Tampa as the 3 seed, and Nolans takes on Philadelphia. So Cleveland made the playoffs, but the Commanders did not, meaning we do have a relatively high draft pick. We can actually go take a look at our roster to see just how high that Washington pick is projected to be. We also accomplished our goal. We have some staff points for making the playoffs. The 7th overall pick and the 24th from Cleveland. We can do some damage with those. Let's fucking go. We're looking good this year, and we're looking good for the future as well. Let's take a look at the stats for the end of the season. It was a weird season. We traded away a lot of expiring deals at the deadline. Yet here we are, still in the playoffs. Good thing he didn't trade for that pick now. That's fair. That's fair. So Logan Gibbs, oh man, who might have been able to win Rookie of the Year, but again, missed the final 3 games of the season due to injury, finishes with 2,800 yards, 17 touchdowns, and 4 picks. That is very, very solid for a rookie. But the veteran, Cameron Harden, who again, we almost traded for last year at the deadline from the Colts. We signed him as a free agent in case we didn't get Gibbs in the draft. And Harden, 1,200 yards, 11-2, with a 115 rating. I think Cameron Harden has to be the guy in the playoffs. He is listed as a franchise QB right now as well, which I don't quite believe, but I think Cameron Harden has to be the guy. Kenny Pickett threw 1 pass. It wasn't even completed. It must have been a fake. Rushing-wise, Chris Kitchens finishes with 1,000 yards and 6 touchdowns. Not quite Cameron Walton level. Gibbs with a rushing touchdown. Harden had a couple of rushing touchdowns as well, as did Harris, our fullback. Receiving-wise, 1,000 yards for Marco Macklin with 9 touchdowns. Bush and Ingram, Justice each with 5. Very, very good. O-line-wise, we had no one in double digits, but nobody played the entire season. So our O-line right now is our weak point. Defensively, 118 tackles for Damian Johnson. 11 sacks as a rookie for King Tut. 9.5 for McGee and Chest. But again, McGee is out for the playoffs. Holy shit, that defensive line. And then 4 for Sheldon Steele. Oh my God, our defensive line. That's insane. The interception leader with 2 was Eli Rose. Our secondary has a hard time getting picks. And then kicking-wise, 18 of 21 for the veteran Evan McPherson. Let's look around the league here and see what we have. We'll start off with the quarterbacks. Clark Garfield is a Super Bowl champion. Led the way. Josh Leach, former quarterback of ours, was 2nd. Kurt Slater was 5th, another former quarterback of ours. A down year for Jack Garrison and the Jets. The touchdown leader with 40. Joe Burrow refuses to go away. My goodness. 31-2 for Cleveland's Donnell Mitchell, who once upon a time we nearly traded, or nearly drafted, I should say. Obviously, there was someone standing out with his absence. Oh, Dennis. Dennis Payne. He's the new Russell Wilson. He gets the big contract, and it's like, oh my God, what the hell happened? He was good last year for Seattle once we traded him. But that was a split season between us and Seattle. This year, his first full season in Seattle, posts his first less than 100 passer rating season in 4 years. Not quite the same guy he was when he was winning a Super Bowl with us, was he? And again, a reminder of the contract. And he wasn't going to stay here unless we paid him that, if not more. He wanted the money, and he got it. Outrageous. Outrageous. That's what I said when the mic did not unmute. So yeah, no regrets there. Rushing-wise... That sound you just heard was my heart shattering into a million pieces. We traded Cameron Walton to Washington mid-season, cashing out on a 30-year-old veteran on an expiring deal, and that is the season that he is finally going to win Running Back of the Year. That's the guy that Gibbs was in competition for Rookie of the Year. I don't think Gibbs would have beaten a guy who had 14 rushing touchdowns. They better give Walton Running Back of the Year. I don't think we were going to be able to outduel Keelan Castle. It is true, dude, if Walton's a free agent and he wants to come back, I'm signing him. I don't give a shit. I want him back on this team. I do indeed. Thank you for the 3 months on the Prime. What else? You might as well have named yourself fucking pss, 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 pss. I feel like I'm the fucking cat whisperer here. Receiving wise, Amon-Ra St. Brown led the way for yardage. It was DJ Stoutmeyer for the Giants who had the reception lead. What's his overall now? We'll see if he hits free agency. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 17 touchdowns as well. And then Deshaun Presley, who of course we traded to Baltimore. And our former wideout, Zach Henry, looks like he's doing okay in Tennessee. Good for him. Good for him. I'll check what Walton's looking like here. I miss him already. I wish we had him for the playoffs. He's still a 93. What a fucking player. We don't normally experience pain like this because we normally stop after winning, but best offensive lineman, there were a couple. The worst, Pat Moore. Defensively, tackle leader was Drew Sanders. Daniel Malone, another former player of ours, signed with Green Bay. And Rashad Gary, another former player of ours, did very well for Tennessee. It's nice to see former player of ours still doing well. The sack leader was Will Anderson with 14. And another former player of ours, Forrest Harris on the Saints, had 13. Forrest benefited so well from not being on a team with chest. He needed that to fully reach his potential. He wasn't going to reach it here, and we weren't going to pay him. But yeah, to see Tut up there that early is awesome. Pick leader with 5, Markel Mackey of Buffalo. And then the kick leader, Shane Tucker in Seattle. Although Richard Webster was 18 of 18. Not bad. So that is the end of season recap. We get to focus now on playoff football for the first time in 2 years. As it is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And I think we have to go with the veteran quarterback here. As it is BJ Lampman yet again. We'll keep Logan Gibbs in training. But it's not Logan's playoff game to start. I hope he doesn't regress. If he regresses to normal, that's a big damn problem. But we'll cross that bridge if it happens to, show up. All right, player upgrades here. The 9-8 Bucks. We have beaten a playoff game before. We can auto-upgrade these 2 linemen. No big deal there. Oh, goodness. It's so weird that we're in the playoffs again. It's so weird. A 10-7 season, though. Because this division was so incredibly mid. With everyone else finishing at 7-9. Or, excuse me, 7-10. The new amount of games in the season still messes with my head a lot. Let's again improve the offensive line. It is our biggest weakness. Not that we have an 81 offense, but it's the second best offense in the league. This game's fucking stupid. There's no sugarcoating it, nothing. It's just stupid sometimes. It really is. I feel like every sports game is that way. Maybe except for FIFA. I feel like if FIFA you get a dominant team, they actually do dominate. So, let's double check the depth chart. Again, we are going... Joe, that's where they're... I mean, it is where they're going. They probably won't stop at 17. Cameron Harden's our guy. At least for this playoff run. Until he proves to not be. Let's take a look, actually, at the Bucks. We'll get the prediction up. Who wins? Bucks or Cards? The Tampa Bay Buccaneers looking like this. B.J. Lampman still at quarterback. Running back Jerry Harris, superstar veteran at this point. They got a 76 fullback. Wideouts. Wow. Jesus Christ, that wideout course sucks. It's younger, but damn. 77. Wow, dude, they do not have a passing game, at least on paper. 79. All right, a couple of good left tackles. They probably spread the wealth there. Taylor Hampton, a phenomenal guard that we could have traded for once upon a time. Went a different way. Tanner Meadows is hurt. That helps a lot. Percy Johnson at an 81. B.J. Baldwin at an 85. So they do have a good O-line. Brian Wiggins on the D-line. Lance Plummer at an 86. All right, their D-line's pretty solid. And linebacker, Dudley Rice. Carl Worthy. Eric Sharp. Their secondary still led by Dominique Boykin. They have some good aspects to their team. The defense definitely stands out more than the offense. They carried 2 kickers this year. What's more bizarre, that or the Patriots after the 53 roster cuts having 1 quarterback technically until they end up signing Colt McCoy or whatever? That is really, really weird. There is one thing I want to check on our depth chart before we get into this game. And that is, do we stick with a 4-3 or switch to a 3-4? Our second defensive tackle is Jordan Davis. We'll stick with the 4-3. That works. That works. Here we go. Back in the playoffs are the Cardinals. No real expectations. We could play spoiler. It's also very... You know what? Even though we have... You know what we have to do. Even though it's a home game, I'm tempting fate. We have never lost a playoff game in this jersey. So I will tempt fate by saying that we go with the tradition and we'll have the Bucks in the uniforms that we beat them in a couple of seasons ago. It works for me. Back in the playoffs, baby. Which we're going to start treating these games like regular season games, basically. Or how we used to treat regular season games. We do need to change our quarterback's number. The whole number 0 glitch is stupid as shit. Bucks and Cardinals. Another playoff matchup. Yeah, we'll sim to halftime instead of going drive by drive. We'll save the drive by drive for a Super Bowl if we make it. But Cameron Harden is the man leading us onto the field here. The creamsicle jerseys are in the game, yes. Let's do it. The Silent Hill horn sounds. And we will sim to halftime and see where we happen to be. Tampa with a field goal on their opening drive. It's 3-0 after 15 minutes. They could be threatening to score again. It's another field goal. 6-3. 6-6 at halftime. A barn burner. Absolute barn burner. Okay. We'll go through the third and then probably watch the fourth. 9-6, 13-9. And threatening to score here at the start of the fourth. Can we do it? First and goal from the 6. I'll probably call Harden. We're going to call a lot of people by the wrong name. Harden to the end zone, touchdown. Chris Kitchens, the new running back. And we do, in fact, add to our lead at the very beginning, 2 seconds into the fourth quarter. We know Kitchens He's a very good receiving back option. Walton was too, but Kitchen's a little bit more adapted to that. 20-9. Let's see what Tampa can do on this next possession. And the answer is get right back into the game. It's an 8-point lead. All right. If Tampa ties it, we'll start watching the game. They weren't able to tie it there. We're looking okay. All right, here we go. 4:23. Let's see this one out. Let's see this one out. Can Tampa tie this game? They need a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Hand off to their running back. He's got nowhere to go. I'd love to see it. Was that Flowers? That is Bart Flowers. Cornerback able to get there.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage.
Lampman. Here comes the rush. The throw to the left. Knocked out. Let's go. 3rd and 11. Our defense is looking strong. It's what we've based this team around. Low snap. A handoff on 3rd and 11. Fumble. And the Cardinals recover. It's the middle linebacker, Johnson. That's what you get for running on 3rd and 11. Oh, what a knockout that was. Number 6. Whew. Oh, baby. Getting to see this defense in action is pretty nice. I'm certainly not complaining. Can we kill the clock here? Oh my God, we're going to throw on 1st down and go right back to the running back, I think. No, it's Marco Macklin, 1st down. As we get a look at Harden's stat line, minus the interception, he's looked fantastic. And we do have the air raid offensive setup here, especially because the running back is so strong from the backfield. Harden. Very Kenny Pickett-esque in terms of getting rid of the football. Tut is an X factor, yes. He's almost a 90 overall already. 2nd and 24. One more play before the 2-minute warning. Pearson should still be in field goal range. They're doing a good job at killing time here. Oh my God. Well, about being in field goal range. Jesus. 2 sacks, 24 yards down. All right. Well, we'll hope for an excellent coffin corner punt in a second. I just kind of hope we run the ball to waste a Tampa timeout. And that is exactly what we're going to do. And my God, the offensive line got murdered. So it's a 2-minute drill for Tampa. There is the punt. It is angled. Not bad. Okay, starts him at the 22. So Tampa's hopes of tying this game relies on this drive. Lampman, here comes the pressure, throws to his left. Nearly picked. Our O-line might not be good enough for us to win anything, but it might be good enough. Well, I mean, for us to win a playoff game. Here's Lampman. Pressure, throws out. Intercepted! What a pick! Khalid Callahan! Oh my goodness!
That's the backbreaker right there, and it's going to put to bed. Yeah, they knew they needed the
oh my God!
They know they've got no choice except to go.
What a pick! Khalid flippin' Callahan.
A 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
Oh my God!
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
That was a highlight reel interception to likely send the Cardinals to the divisional round. As Tampa uses their final timeout, we got our fullback in here, Jacoby. See if he gets the handoff. He does not. We go to the running back. We go to the running back who nearly goes to the end zone, Chris Kitchens. The Arizona Cardinals going back to the divisional round. How do you like that? Whew. Out of nowhere, Chris Kitchens. I miss Cameron Walton tremendously, but that softens the blow, seeing this young running back who we directly traded for Walton and a first-round pick. Who says we're rebuilding is right. The Cardinals advance. We beat Tampa in the playoffs again. Well done, boys. It was 6-6 at halftime, and we showed up in the second half. Glendale, he's pumped. And we move on. How do you like that? Selling at the deadline, but a playoff win for Cameron Harden and the boys here on our home turf. Oh my God, Lampman he couldn't do anything against this defense. Playoff winner, Dave Meltzer. What a game for Harden outside of that pick, man. He had a really good game. Chris Kitchens with the touchdown. Didn't get too many carries, but he showed up when it mattered. Harden with 8 run attempts. Kitchens with the only touchdown reception in the game. Blocking-wise, Jesus Christ. There's no fucking way we're winning the Super Bowl with this offensive line. It's just not going to happen. I could put in the veterans. A couple of guys with tackles. Only 1 sack, and it was Steele and Chest splitting it. But the interception for Khalid Callahan at the end, McPherson went 2 for 2 in terms of the field goals. And we advance to the second round. Playoff winner Dave Meltzer, but man, I don't think we can start him in the next game. Although he was the only one that didn't allow a sack that game, wasn't he? And he's the worst one. But we got to try to give our quarterback just a little bit more protection. As in the next round, who's it going to be? The Detroit Lions. Hugh Richart and the Detroit Lions. Let's get an updated look at the playoff bracket here. As it'll be Baltimore and New York, Buffalo and Cleveland. So Cleveland advances, unfortunately. Dallas and Philadelphia. And of course, we take on the 2 seed Detroit Lions, the Deke Slayer Bowl Part 2. Electric Boogaloo. All right. We lost the last Deke Slayer Bowl. I remember that. So we'll see if we can get some redemption. There's no Rams or Niners to get redemption against, but maybe we can get redemption against the Detroit Lions, who I think were our first ever playoff loss. Does that sound about right? First or second? I want to say first, though. We haven't played them in a while. At least in a playoff scenario. We got some player upgrades here, and then we're going to take a look at the offensive line. Christian White is the only man to get an upgrade, and again, we'll just keep making him better in terms of pass coverage because he's pretty good at everything else. +3 zone coverage. Again, we love linebackers that can play zone. We love it. So taking a look at the depth chart really quickly as we head to Ford Field to take on the Lions. Let's actually just go with the best depth chart possible. And then we'll make adjustments from there. If need be. Marco Macklin's playing like a 99 right now. You'll love to see it. We're actually going to still have Fells over Palmer just because of the speed. So Phelps is at left tackle. Harper at left guard. Chavez at center. Burford, excuse me, will be playing right guard. And then Dave Meltzer starting right tackle. There wasn't too much we could do to improve the O-line. We got Cheston Tuttle, who's playing like a 90. Again, defensive tackle took a little bit of a hit, but Davis has done okay. The other option is to play Parks as a middle linebacker and switch to a 3-4, but I think we're looking grand at this stage. And then safety, I do want to put Rivers back in instead of Martin. He's done pretty well. He deserves that spot. Return man's fine. Kickoff, we'll have it be right. Third down back is Kitchens. We want Kitchens to be that top choice no matter what. Slot receiver, we want that to be Justice or Fells. We got Chest, Tut, Steele. Linebacker Johnson, and slot corner, let's have it be Rose or more. There we go. We're good to go. Let's take a look at the Detroit Lions. We will get the prediction up in chat as we go to look at their roster. Back in the divisional round. We have won 5 straight playoff games, dating back to our Super Bowl season, which is pretty damn good. It might end here, but man, we're already playing with house money. And we don't have our first round pick, which is great, because it would have been a good pick. So the Detroit Lions, 93, Hugh Richard. He's been their franchise guy for all 8 years now. Running back is a bit weak, Jermaine Hill. Not great there in the running game. Mid fullback, but yeah, the passing game. Amon-Ra, St. Brown, Dakota rushing is hurt. That's huge for us, but still, they have an amazing game changer at wide receiver. And 2 good tight ends, including our former tight end, Khalil Fant. O-line, Dominique Gray. They got Holloway, Thurston. Jesus. Andrew Smith and Bowens. Oh my God, their O-line is stacked. Like 90% of their cap is in their O-line. Jesus Christ. And they still have Penei Sewell. Aiden Hutchinson is still there as well. Devontae Mitchell. Oh, man. Well, when they're not spending money on a running back, they're spending it everywhere else. Our former guy, Kentrell Ellington. Linebackers are okay. Not amazing. Corners are okay. Not amazing. Kelly at safety. And Darrell Gabriel. Or Darrell, whatever you prefer. Kickers, Ricky Young. Does have good power. His awareness sucks. It's a 56. Ah, Blake Gillikin. We won a Super Bowl with Blake. He found a home in Detroit. They're a good team. Obviously, it's a playoff team. They're a good team. Can we hang with them? I mean, yeah. It is very much an offense versus defense battle. Our defense is a hell of a lot better than their offense. Their defense is only slightly better than our offense. Let's do this. We head to Detroit. Back on the road. We only got the 1 home playoff game. You know what we have to do. We're right back in the old road jerseys. Oh shit, I accidentally hit the Lions. Well shit, what are the Lions gonna wear? Ooh, the classic. Ugh. Current home option. 2010 classic home. We'll just put them in their normal home jersey. That's fine. That's fine by me. We have a shout for the all blues from JD. What we have to do is go to our old away unis. What did they have for the all blue? It was the alternate color rush, right? They don't even have an all blue option. There it is. Never mind. Here we go. Here we go. Ford Field. I get it's just a big boxy stadium, but I don't know. I've always loved the vibe of Ford Field.
And it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the
Marco Macklin's ready to go.
Next.
And we continue the run. The divisional round. You know how it works. We've been here before, so we're going to act like it. We're going to sim to halftime. And treat this game like we used to treat regular season games. And then the Super Bowl will be treated like we used to treat playoff games. First quarter in Detroit, 7-0 Lions will hold after 15 minutes. 7-7. As we approach the 2-minute warning. There it is. It is our ball. We'll see if the boys can score before halftime. First and 10 from our own 48. Can we bounce back here? Arden looking to throw. Goes to the running back. He'll only gain 2. Indeed, the Cleveland Browns, who we have their frickin' draft pick. That's bad news. They're off to the AFC Championship game after beating Buffalo. Play action. Harden goes deep and just misses. A wide out Justice. It was Justice on Justice there. It's 3rd and 8. Harden. Harden. That one's caught. And it's Justice. The new receiver that we picked up at the deadline gets us to the 26-yard line. Harden missed him last time. He wasn't going to miss him that time. Come on, boys. Come on. Empty backfield. They're threatening the blitz here. 23 indeed brings the heat. Throw it to the left. Scary moment there. Again, we do get the ball to start the second half. Harden. They keep bringing the heat. Throw out to the left. It's a moderate gain of 2 yards. The tight end Ingram. Detroit not calling timeouts for obvious reasons, nor are we. Harden over the middle, and he couldn't hold it. Gonna have to settle for a field goal, which is okay. It wasn't looking like we were gonna be able to get points. Evan McPherson. Looking to get us to within 4. The kick is up, and the kick is good. All right. We at least get some points before halftime. We just have to hope that Detroit doesn't get anything. Very, very good. Very, very good. All right, let's go to the half. And Detroit cannot score. So they're up by 4 at the half. Again, we start off with the ball here. What a start. Let's go. Chris Kitchens. After 2 big passes from Cam Harden, we take the lead. We'll go through the 3rd. Turnover. And another touchdown. 10-point lead for your Arizona Cardinals. Matthias Griffin, the safety, on the pick. And it leads to a Kendrick Justice 14-yard touchdown pass. Oh my goodness. We scored again. 15 yards to tight end Deontay Ingram. Twice in a row. It's 31-14. Are you fucking kidding me? Detroit. Turnover on downs. Oh my God. The Arizona Cardinals are up by 20. The Lions score. They're down by 13. We recover an onside kick. The Arizona Cardinals are going back to the NFC Championship game. Oh my God. As we beat the Lions in Detroit 34-21. All of the changes over the last 2 seasons. We missed the playoffs last year on tiebreaker. We make it back. What a performance from Cameron Harden. We thought he might be the guy at the deadline. We didn't get him. We sign him. We go with the rookie for the majority of the season. But now that he's in, he is crushing it. UDFA is on hold until Madden 25. Oh my God. Another good game for Chris Kitchens on the ground. Kendrick Justice, our new slot receiver. And a touchdown for the new tight end Ingram. Only 2 sacks allowed. 1 for Meltzer, 1 for Chavez. Defensively, Marquez Haskins was in a decent amount. That worries me about injury. Couple of sacks, Lopez, Tutt, and Steele. And the pick for Matthias Griffin. 2 for 2. Evan McPherson and 4 for 4 on the point after. Maybe Harden is him. Maybe we should have started him all season, huh? We are going back to the NFC Championship game. I cannot believe this. It's Deontay Ingram gets an upgrade. Now an 80. That should get him an ability slot. And it does. Let's see what it is. Bulldozer. More powerful truck animations on a tight end. Let's go. It's funny, in 2 nights I've gone from being ready to move on to the UDFA challenge to wanting to see this until the limit runs out. I gotta be honest, I feel pretty similarly at this rate. I cannot believe how my interest after winning that Super Bowl has bounced back. Oh boy! The reigning, defending Super Bowl champions, the Dallas Cowboys, and quarterback Clark Garfield. It's been a good run, everybody.